All right, guys, we're back with the Are You Good podcast. I'm Esme, the Dean of Students, and I'm with.
Hello, I'm Grant, and I'm from Miss Danny's homeroom.
Hello, my name's Dom, and I'm from Miss Danny's homeroom.
And I'm Miss Danny. I am Grant and Dom's homeroom teacher, and I teach 6 to 12 science and social studies.
And Miss Annie is here because we're going to be interviewing her and learning a little bit more about her. Now, this is her second year with us.
How old is Carter, mate?
Carter will be 10 months old in May.
Do you have any previous work ethics?
Do you mean work experience or work ethic?
Work.
I used to work at a school by my house in South Milwaukee, and then I came to Sonnenberg, but I did ABA a lot before I taught.
Do you have any pets?
Oh, I have 2 pets. I have 2 dogs. They're big dogs from the Humane Society, and dogs are my favorite animal, so I love them very much.
How do you know the difference introducing to meeting various learning needs? Differentiate.
I typically see where each student is at and try to do what is appropriate for them, and I make sure that everybody can meet the same end goal, but everybody gets there a little bit differently.
Who is your favorite student? This one may be hard to answer.
Well, I can't answer this question, but I have, everyone has a special spot in my heart, my homeroom that I've been with for 2 years, so our class family.
What strategies do you use to keep students engaged in your lessons?
I like to get everybody up and moving, so we do rotations and everybody goes to different stations. I also have, you guys do a lot of like stand up, sit down, touch your nose, clap. We do a lot of like note taking when we're watching our fun little YouTube clips, so you guys really like that too.
Where do you like to go eat with your family?
With my family, I don't know. I just love Qdoba, so I guess I'd make them go sit inside a Qdoba with me. But otherwise, a big family favorite is Texas Roadhouse. Chili's is not a bad one either.
What made you want to become a teacher? That's a real personal one.
Well, like I said, I did ABA for a while before, so I really just wanted to be in a classroom setting, and I really liked the school schedule matching up with my kids, but I liked being with more than one kid at a time.
How many children do you have?
I have 3. I have Cam, who's going to be 7, Charlotte just turned 5, and Carter will be 10 months.
Do you have any favorite artists?
I think you know the answer to this question. Would you like, I was going to say you can answer that one yourself.
Taylor Swift. How would students describe you?
I feel like this is a trick question. Yeah. I don't know. How about you? Can I ask you a question? How would you describe me? I don't know how you guys would describe me.
Oh my goodness. You're very chill, I'll give you that. Very fun. You make me sometimes like history. Would you like to answer, Grant?
Kind.
I'm asking this because I've heard other students. I think that's what Miss Annie was wondering what you guys thought. Do you guys think Miss Annie is strict?
I invoke the 5th.
It's day to day. It's on like a certain day. It's kind of like somewhat month. Like it depends on the mood.
Does Miss Annie hold you guys accountable? Do you know what that means?
Taking responsibility for something.
Good explanation. Yep.
Yes, no, maybe, N/A. I don't really know the meaning that well to say it.
I'll plead the 5th. What is your favorite thing about working with middle or high school students?
Ooh. I actually used to work with little kids, and I switched to middle and high school because I have my own little kids. So it was a lot to deal with them all day and then go home to little kids. So now you guys can joke around with me. You keep me young with the lingo. Give me all...
Toilet riz.
Sure. Yep. And you guys can be entertaining and funny sometimes.
Which is better, DC or Marvel?
Marvel.
I'm gonna have to go with Superman because he is really cool.
Batman has gadgets. Batman is the DC equivalent to Tony Stark.
They're both rich.
And they make technology. Tony makes his technology, but Batman just has Wayne Enterprises.
Miss Annie, what's one way you celebrate student strengths beyond academics?
We do, in all my classes, we celebrate or we collect Taylor tickets, we earn them. So for things outside of like classwork, like being kind or following directions or being a good friend, we have a lot of parties when we earn our Taylor tickets. So we actually had our green party, right? What was our last one where Miss Esme came in and made
But I wasn't there.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I missed it because
Yep, but we made shamrock shakes. We did the mini pancakes with the green sprinkles. We did the Halloween party with the costumes and the dancing.
you dressed up as a
Right.
grandpa.
So those were all because you guys make good choices, and you should be rewarded for those.
What do you like to do outside of teaching?
I like to read. And I like to spend time with my kids. We go camping sometimes, spend time outside and sports and all the things, March Madness.
What's your favorite sport?
Basketball, 100%.
Miss Danny, if you could teach any elective or start a school club, what would it be and why?
International Taylor Swift fan club.
I feel like it would have to be something between sports or reading, because those are the two things that I like to do outside of school. So probably sports, basketball, something, reading, book club maybe.
How do you integrate real-world connections into your curriculum?
I like to do things outside. Remember when for Orange Group we went on our walk to look for weathering? So seeing things that are outside, bringing in examples like with our current events journals, and bringing in things that are happening in real time so you guys don't think I'm crazy and just coming up with whatever.
What's your favorite subject to teach to students?
That's a good question, Grant. I like to teach history. I was really good at chemistry in high school, but science wasn't necessarily my favorite, but history and current events was always my favorite.
Okay, what about how do you support students who are struggling academically or emotionally?
Emotionally, we like to do calming breaks pretty regularly in my room, even if it's just a 5-minute like quiet reset, but we do a lot of like breathing or mindful looking. I have a calming corner with some comfy chairs and a weighted blanket. We talk about zones of regulation and strategies to help us with those, but then academically, I think differentiating the work for everybody can help get us all where we need to be and make sure that people can be happy and feel good about their work.
How do you build strong relationships with students?
I think that I try and get to know them for who they are and maybe learn about their interests or what they think is funny, maybe learn a little bit about their family, and then when they need someone, I try to be there to support them so they feel comfortable.
I also think Miss Danny does a great job building relationships by really truly getting to know her students, being fun and human and outgoing, which is why I think this podcast has a lot of laughs and silliness behind the scenes because of Dom and Grant being here together with Danny and being comfortable to be themselves. So I think that's really great.
Thanks, Esme.
If you had to have a superpower, which one would you choose?
I actually think about this a lot. I think flying, because I think like I have so much to do that if I could like eliminate a drive or like walk somewhere faster, then I could get more done in my day. Right?
If you flew too high, you'd pass out from lack of oxygen because over 30,000 feet humans can't breathe.
Well, hopefully I can just fly in the appropriate.
You gotta find the correct space time.
Yes. Yep.
How do you support staff, including special ed, counseling, and behavior teams?
Well, I make sure I talk to everybody and make sure everyone's on the same page with plans, updating them on anything new with you guys, because sometimes new things pop up, right? If something happened at home or the night before, or there was a rough morning, like you're running late. Everybody has days, so I think making sure that we communicate with one another helps you guys the most. Do you think so?
See, yeah.
Miss Danny, since your friend's here being so outgoing today, do you have any questions for them now that we're here one-on-one with your students?
I have some questions for sure. What is something that you think Sonnenberg has helped you learn or be able to do maybe like emotionally?
Controlling myself in bad situations.
The school is really, it wasn't easy to control my anger issues. It wasn't easy to control my anger issues, but Sonnenberg did help me fix that. Well, y'all got to know me, and then you know what triggers me, so then I could be like, hey, whoever's teaching, can I take a break? Something. So yeah, the school has really taught me how to control my feelings.
You guys, I'm so proud of you. That's so great.
I'm going to return the question from earlier, but who's your favorite teacher?
Past or present, Miss Danny.
I have a tier list of each. A tier list for each teacher from past or present. Number 1 would go to Miss Danny. Number 2 would go to Miss Deb. Number 3 would be Miss Sam. Number 4 would definitely be Miss Amber and Mr. Jake. And then number 5, I have to go with Miss Bridget. And then for number 6, I got Mr. Anthony, Miss Sade from last year, and Mr. Felipe, because I really like music.
Wow.
Yeah, you really have a very long tier list, but it must mean something in your head and in your heart, so that's all that matters. Do you have another question, Danny?
Sure. What is something... You guys are silly. What is something you guys like to do outside of school? Who wants to go first?
Well, what I do after I come home to after Sonnenberg is go home, get in some comfy clothes, play my PlayStation, watch some TV, hang out with my family, and just go to bed.
If I don't have to do anything, when I get home, like, I will mainly just relax, go upstairs, maybe play some Red Dead Redemption.
All right, let me think of another question. What is one of your favorite school memories? And it doesn't have to be just from Sonnenberg. It can be from a school before here, or it can be from something that happened here. A favorite school memory.
The day I met my buddy Dom.
Well, if we're talking about Sonnenberg, me and Grant, me and Zay, me and Owen, me and half of the friends I have my friends, and then for S.C. Johnson, being in a musical, that was in Annie, like S.C. Johnson. That's why I'm a bit of an actor. Yes, I.
What was your role?
I was the Sandy the dog in FDR. And those were my 2 important roles.
Very important.
Yes, very, very, very.
Miss Sandy, I am wondering, what is your highlight of the year? And then what is something that you're looking forward to for next year?
What great questions, Miss Esme. I think the highlight of my year, I kind of have 2. I really liked coming back to everybody. I really missed the kids when I was on leave. There were a couple of times that I like zoomed in or like FaceTimed in when Miss Brianna was subbing, just because I missed them and I wanted to see them. So coming back was really fun, and it was nice to see the growth everyone made from the last year to now. And then I think too, we've made a lot of really good progress academically. So like that's been really cool to see. And then next year, I'm looking forward to our new building. All the big kids will be in one place. And I think it'll be really, really fun.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap up. So I want you guys to take a minute and think about something nice and appreciation for Miss Danny to end the call here.
All right. I want to appreciate Miss Esme for putting me on the podcast and Miss Danny for coming up to me and Grant to do this podcast. I am very thankful for this. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all.
What was the question again? Her compassion to us and helping us when we need it.
You guys are so sweet. I'm going to make me tear up.
And always being there to support us.
Even through difficult times.
Love it. Thanks, guys. My little babies, my homeroom babies.
Alrighty, and that's a wrap.